Hi Cancer, welcome to your May 2022 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Cancer, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and interactions with the world at large over the course of May. All right, so the first one out was this one. You have the Page of Swords. So this is a month where there could be job interviews for some of you. This is a month where new things are shaping up for you. And for a lot of you, that Page of Swords is really saying this is you ready to talk about new things. This is opening up dialogues and discussions about very new subject matters, maybe ones that you have not wanted to share with people up until now. I also get the sense as well, this is like, maybe for some of you, you're coming out of the broom closet, right? You're going to tell all of your friends and your family that you're into tarot or astrology or numerology or whatever your ology might be. And what I like about it is the Page of Swords is, it has, yes, it can, you know, sometimes it can represent challenges in communication, but in a lot of ways, I feel like this is you initiating some new aspect of your path. This is really you stepping onto something, and the way that you're doing it is by voicing this to the world or sharing it with everybody in some way, shape or form. This is about you speaking up and speaking out and claiming your path like never before. For your communications and conversations, you have the Knight of Cups. All right, yeah, I like this. So you've got this coupled with the Page of Swords, right? And so, yes, this could absolutely be the job offer that comes in. So let's say you have an interview and then the Knight of Cups is literally the offer that comes in. So for those of you that are looking to change work or change the profession in some way, you've got the absolute go ahead. Especially like, so if you're somebody that has a strong, prominent, if you've got a night chart, and you know, you've got a strong moon, this could really speak to you as well. The fact that you have that Knight of Cups though, this is solid offers that are being offered to you this month, especially because you've got the Page of Swords there. This is like new things that are taking you, like new offers, new opportunities. This is new new endeavors that are opening up for you as well. And for some of you, I kind of get the feeling that this is going to be a challenge because it's requiring you to change or to let go of everything that you've acquired in terms of your knowledge or your skill set up until now. So this really does feel to me like it is something very different, very novel, very new. It's not like, oh yeah, you know, I've got a whole bunch of stuff that will transfer nicely or easily into this. It's like some of it, you probably have like literally no prior training or background with or to. That being said, if you are coming out of that broom closet, a lot of people already know, and a lot of people are going to receive you really, really well. That also suggests to me as well, this could be a month where you have an offer, you have an opportunity for somebody, and it's like you know, sometimes like when you want to ask someone something and you're like, I don't know, is this going to sound presumptuous? Like, are they going to think I'm a joke or whatever? Like, you are very greatly received. So if there's something that you want to put out there, like an invite or, you know, anything of that nature, you got the go ahead. For your heart and half, you've got the Queen of Swords. So you've got this next to the Knight of Cups. And I almost want to say to you, for those of you that are single, it's going to be somebody that really gets on your nerves, or certainly somebody that rubs you the wrong way. Maybe somebody that asks you to think about and look at things in ways that are really different to how you see them. It could also be somebody like, this could be a connection where sparks fly. And at first you might be like, oh no, you know, it's just, we just hate each other. It is what it is. And then slowly but surely you're like, oh, maybe it's not, you know, maybe there's something else underneath that dislike, methinks. The lady doth protest too much. So yeah, that could be a possibility. For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, This could be something that your partner proposes to you that you are kind of reluctant to accept. And I'm going to say this, if you sit on it and you say like, oh, you know, I'll give you an answer eventually, the longer you say that, the more frustration you're going to cause in your partner. This would be a time like if they present something that you know you really don't want to do or that you're not here for, just say so. Be honest and upfront about it. It will cause a whole lot less challenges or issues for you later down. For your money and materials, you've got the Four of Pentacles. So this month, money is good. Money is stable. It's not going up. It's not going down. For some of you, not all, for some of you, there might be hard conversations to have with a partner over money or resources. For those of you in new relationships, if your new beau or significant other asks you for money, I'm gonna say this month it's a red flag, especially if the relationship is really new, like, it's just not really the done thing. I mean, I don't know, maybe I've been out of the loop so bloody long at this point I couldn't tell you. But just something to think about. What I will also say as well, because the money is stable this month, this would be a good month for you to put in place some sort of savings plan, all right? For your first week of the month, you have the Tower card underneath the Page of Swords. So for some of you, this might be new job opportunities, new work opportunities, or maybe even new academic opportunities that come in very, very suddenly, that change your mind or your perspective on what is possible right now. Especially for those of you that have been thinking about doing something really different or going back to school, and it's, oh, that's a ridiculous idea, not at this age or whatever. Like, this could be something that shows up that gives you that impetus to make you go, oh, okay, maybe it's not so ridiculous after all. For your second week of the month, you've got the Moon card. Okay, so when it comes to, so I will say there are offers and opportunities this week, this month, especially around this second week though. Be very selective about what you choose to move ahead with, and especially for those of you that are changing jobs and industries, this is a time to really think about the long term, not just the immediate. So yeah, this new job might offer you lots of money, and that could be great in the short term, but 6, 8, 12 months into the future, are you going to be bored stiff? Are you going to be, in that space where you're like, oh gosh, no, I can't do this for much longer? If that is the case and you're going into something just for the money, make a solid plan. Set yourself a deadline. Right, in 18 months, I am going to be out. And so therefore, over the next 18 months, while I have this new job that is probably going to drive me mad, I need to make sure that every single month I'm saving that money so that when I get out, I'm out. For your third week of the month, you've got the Star card, and you've got this underneath the Queen of Swords. That's an Aquarius woman, shows up for you in some way, shape or form. This could be a friend, an ally. It could be as well that a friend gives you a different insight or perspective on something that a partner has requested from you. So you might be like, oh my gosh, so-and-so's asked me to do this, or to, they wanted us to go here, and I'm like not really into it, and da-da-da. Like, a friend could really help give you a different perspective, or at least be somebody that really helps you kind of say, okay, yeah, you know what, I can find a way around this, or I can just have that conversation. Yeah. For your fourth week of the month, you've got the Strength card underneath the Four of Pentacles. The money is good, it's solid, it's stable. Like I said, it's not going up, it's not going down. But because you've got that Four of Pentacles, you are being urged to have a solid plan this month. Like, whatever it is that's going on with the finances, whatever boost is coming, especially to those of you that are changing the job or the work, or, how you make your money or whatever. Like, whatever you're doing, you have to have a solid exit plan. So your full moon on the 16th of May is a lunar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. I gotta say, this one is very intense for everybody. This is happening for you in your 5th house. Romance, love, partnerships, connections of all kinds. For those of you that are newly seeing someone, If that person asks you for money around that full moon, that is your cue to say that this is a red flag. I don't know why, but that just really feels like the message this week, this month. For your full moon message, you've got the gate 10 and empower. So whatever your projects, your personal ideas, things that you want to get off the ground, maybe going back to school, etc. This full moon is really trying to show you how to tap into that energy of youth, how to remind yourself that just because you're 30, just because you're 40, 50, 60, it doesn't mean that you're over the hill and dead. Like I'm so glad that we're starting to see an understanding of this. Like, I'm sorry to say, but up until the time you're about 28, you're still a baby, like bottom line. And I mean that with no disrespect to anybody, but God, nobody has anything figured out, right? Yes, we're all smart and intelligent in our own ways, but nobody has it all figured out. And it's not until you get to the age of 30 that you realize that, and then you're like, oh, okay, so we're all just fucking winging it. Great. You know, I can take some of that pressure off myself and just ease into what feels like it's right to do. This card literally represents living your best authentic self and truth, and it empowering other people to do so as well. So this is the time to really get to the core level of what makes you feel young. And if that means going back to school and being a student and, you know, taking a step back in some way in order to do what you truly love, this is the time to do it. Not the easiest of eclipses, but it is a trine energy to your sun, moon, or ascendant, whichever one it is for you. So that the new moon on the 30th of in Gemini, sorry, that's real trouble there, is happening for you in your 10th house, right? So in a lot of ways, let me just make sure that's right. No, it's happening in your 12th house, sorry. So the fact that you've got this new moon in your 12th house, in a lot of ways, this new moon is really asking you, you're getting a karmic reboot in effect, because it's a new moon, a fresh start in that 12th house of past, privacy, the hidden self, the subconscious, the unconscious, the self-sabotaging tendencies. The fact that you're having a new moon there, yes, it's a dark moon technically, but you get to start over. So consider that you have a clean slate when it comes to your karma now, and that whatever you do from here is either going to add to your good vault or your not so good vault. All right, that's as easy as I can put it. And for that, you've got the gate 8 and contribution. So this is a time to really get in touch with your deeper drives and motivations, and to really ask yourself, why do you think you are here? Forget what everybody else thinks, forget what I think, forget what I'm telling you as well. Chuck all of that away for a second and ask yourself, when I look back through my life, what is the thread here? Why am I here? What is my next moment? What is my next purpose? Because as you know, I'm cancelling out all of that freaking toxic crap about, oh, you haven't found your purpose in your 20s, man, so that means your life is over. Like, you don't know what you're doing. Not interested. I'm really not. You're going to have multiple purposes throughout your entire life, and that is the beauty of each and every single one of us. All right, so this month you get to rediscover what that might be, or redefine what that might be, and for a lot of you, you get to define what the next purpose is going to be for your lifescape. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.